Up, bitches, bros, and non-binary hosts. First of all, congratulations, Chrissy, being first in chat today, and also for resubscribing. Thank you so much. In fact, can I replay that one? Because the alert didn't go off since it was on my starting soon screen. I'll see if I can replay it. But Burn Kebab, congratulations for I did say there is no rule against cheating on the quiz. The only rule available is that you need to be the first person to get the question right to get the medal. I didn't say you couldn't look the answer up. If you can look it up faster than everyone else, you can get it that way. And thank you, Chrissy, as well. I really appreciate it. How are you doing today?
Just resubscribed for 26 months.
I'm hoping everyone's doing good. I mean, it's the law, you have to do good.
Avatar 82 love.
It was Gatwick, I'm afraid. You can't gaslight me on this. You cannot gaslight me on this. I can see the answer right there.
This guy!
How is everyone doing? I've not streamed in the last few days, and I just realized I've got a lot of things to catch up on. We've had the AI tech bubble pop because China fucked it over. Hello, Kono. Welcome on in as well. Hello, everyone. I'm glad to see everyone here today. Like I said, I do have a lot to talk about. So, China just completely destroyed the AI industry by releasing one for free. So all the tech billionaires out there lost like trillions in money. It does. I think it's about 20-30 seconds usually for most of my channel point rewards. I've not talked much about. I mean, I have talked. Elon Musk doing his little Roman salute. Oh, burnt kebab. Dude, for once, I'm happy AI ruined someone's life, right? Like, these are people I don't care about. Tech billionaires? Yeah, absolutely. Make them lose trillions and stuff. Burnt kebab, you're gonna die. Brand new page as well. Oh, crowbar again. Okay, yeah, burnt kebab, you're gonna get crowbar to death, I'm afraid. One, two, three. There you go. Robot. Top of a brand new page and everything. I mean, watch out. He's gonna have a crowbar on him. I think this is how it happened. You challenge him to a fight and he showed up with a crowbar, and that's the end of that. Yeah, I'm glad all that went down. In fact, I mentioned it briefly, Elon Musk's little Roman salute. And then Destiny, I will talk about him as well. Oh, you know what, that's even better. Mohammed Ahmed, you can get fucked. That's from Burnt Kebab. Don't blame me, I'm just a messenger. That was all 100% Burnt Kebab 123. Speaking of, my middle finger is famous again. I don't know if you guys saw, but I posted about Elon Musk and his little Roman salute, and I said that's the appropriate response back to him. In fact, I'll show you that real quick. But it's still getting like views on it. Hang on, where is it? Here we go. Let's play. Watch this. So I did this post in response to Elon Musk with his little Roman salute. Excuse? Chrissy, it gets better. So I said, oh yeah, this is the Roman salute as well. This is another Roman gesture you say to, you know, if someone's number one, and I think Elon Musk is number one, so I'm doing that to him. And so far, it's gotten 13k likes, but if I scroll down a little, there's a certain someone in the comments below. I mean, there's me posting again with my bestie Shannon. I need to press control. There's a lot of comments, hang on. Where is this one person? I'm going to scroll a lot further down for this because I just realized people are still commenting on it, so it's still going. But yeah, this has been a very popular post. Find this person, please. Damn. Dude, I'm amazed. I'm amazed how many people, like, didn't get the joke either. Can I find it, please? Hang on. Watch this. Let me check in my replies. I'm pretty sure I replied to them. Here we go. So, watch this. In response to my my viral post about me flipping off Elon Musk, right? Someone in the comments told me that they are the one who created the middle finger emoji, which is, you know, my favorite emoji. It's my most used one. In fact, I even told him I'm a big fan of his work. But yeah, I managed to reach the person who invented my favorite emoji. How cool is that, right? I mean, a lot of people asking some other questions, and oh, hang on, be gone, be gone. Those VTubers keep trying to pop back up. We don't have any guests on this stream today, so let's chat. Hello, Boogie. How are you doing? I was just talking about how my middle finger has gone famous again. Not even the first time. Every single time, right? I've had a post that goes like viral like this. It's because I flipped someone off. It's my middle finger that always goes famous. I think it must be magic or something. I don't get it, right? Like genuinely, it's an ancient Greek gesture. Actually, it predates Elon Musk and his Roman salute. So mine is more historically relevant. Oh no, Mohammed! Congratulations on the smallest. A lot of people didn't get the joke either. They were genuinely upset that I'm flipping off Elon Musk. In fact, I told one person they should call the cops about it. Like, right, cool, report me to the police then. Damn, I'm being sued. I mean, there's many crimes I could be taken to court for. I admit to so many things freely on the internet. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, we're getting some free promo here from Obama.
I would like to announce that Headset Baddie is better than Headset Boss.
I mean, yeah, straight up. It's like we have Headset Baddie at home. I still can't get over that fucking, my whole brand new original idea that no one has done before in the UK. Chrissy, I think you're the biggest in chat right now. Did anyone get bigger than Chrissy at the moment? I'm not sure. I'm sure no one had that idea before, right? Chrissy, you have the biggest dick in chat today. Congratulations on that. Hell yeah. Because you're so excited to see me, right? Oh, one of the videos I got queued up as well is about, you guys remember how I posted about Destiny having like allegations against him and being taken to court about it? More people have actually come forward about that now, and turned out he's been doing it for a very long time. Which, you know, terrible for the women involved, but I'm glad to see his career is basically over now, because he's a terrible fucking person. I think the people who follow him and defend him are also just as bad, and probably need their hard drive scanned at some point. So there's a streamer named Destiny. He's basically a Nazi. Like, he's a left-wing streamer, but he supports the genocide of Palestine, and also has recently, I say recently, it's been a while now, he's been like a very edgy, like, contrarian a lot of the time. So like, yes, there are clips of him arguing against like Republicans and Americans and like genuinely making good points politically, but he's also not a good person in the sense that he's had multiple female streamers basically he's under I can't remember the name. I think it's Pixie was her name. It's about revenge porn. So he's recorded women without their consent, and then also shared those images and videos with people without their consent, which is a big issue. And it was one person that came forward, and it turns out there's actually more instances where that's happened, which is really shitty. I've got a video queued up about that from one of the genuinely absolutely gross. But he is one of the people who hates like Hassan Piker quite a lot. Like one of his most vocal haters. He's known for using like slurs as well, like the R word very openly and the N word. Sometimes.
Mohammed Ahmed 94 asked me, Mr. Squidward, can Avatar OB be
I mean, I should be.
president of
I'd probably do a
USA
better job than
in
the current
future?
one.
I doubt it. Being a president requires a lot more than having a famous middle finger.
Why not?
They need to meet specific eligibility criteria, like being a natural-born
Let
citizen.
me finger bang
at
the
least
entire
35
United
years old
States.
and having lived in the U.S. for at least 14 years.
Speaking of
Plus,
that, actually,
let's not forget about the whole
next election,
political experience.
AOC is going to be
It's
old
not
enough to
as
run for
simple as
president.
just
We could
being
have
popular
President
on the
AOC.
internet. Unfortunately.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez could run for president now, which could be the best fucking thing to happen in that country. Like, I think the one thing that she could have been, she could have at least been Kamala's like vice president in this election, but she was 1 year too young because her birthday was after the election. I reckon I'm not even old enough yet though. I need to I can run next election. I'm basically the same age as AOC, so
When I was a young warthog.
unfortunately I'm too young a warthog right now. I need to be a slightly older warthog. What else have we got? Got a video about Ben Shapiro trying to defend Elon Musk and his little Roman salute. Well, in fact, let me bring that one higher up. Let me order these videos properly so I know what I'll be watching when. This is good enough. Alright, cool. Do you know what? Has everyone else done the Wordle yet? Because I'm about to do it myself. I'm gonna have a crack at it. How well did everyone do in Wordle today? Also, I'll probably be playing Alan Wake as well once I'm done talking about all the things I want to talk about today. You know what? Let me bring it up. Let's play. Does anyone want to pick my starter word? I'll go with whatever. Anyone who hasn't done the Wordle yet, just throw out a random word. I'll put it as my starter one. I'll let people choose for one, because I always pick words I know I can get a good start with. Also, I'm noticing my ring light is flickering. I'm guessing it's on its way out, so what I need to do, I need to buy another one off Amazon. And then what I'll do, I'm not going to say open now. I'll put the new one in and then return the broken one and say, hey, you sent me a faulty product. Can't believe you've done this again. If you're going to scam anyone out of money, you might as well be Jeff Bezos. You know what, that'll be my starter word, I think. Light. Absolutely nothing, okay. Hound. Still nothing. Okay, I'm off to a bad start. Weary. Okay. RE. Let's try getting annoying. It is actually, I'm not sure if it's showing up on stream or not. Let me turn it off and on. That usually fixes things. I'll do that, and then that. Hopefully, it'll stop being annoying. No, there's no L in it. Refer. Okay. F-E. Something ER. I think that's how you spell female, is it? That's not gonna be that. Fever, as in disco fever. Got it in 5. Okay, I had a bad start, but I got it in 5, so I'm not the same as you. Oh yeah. Right, I need to do my Duolingo as well. Before I do, let me do GeoGuessr. Okay, I'm on a roll. Say I'm on a roll. I'm somewhat on a roll. I won the word, or can I win the GeoGuessr? This looks like it could be England, but I don't think it is. No. France, okay. Although I don't think it's Paris. You think it's Quebec? It could, because they do speak French in Quebec as well. How did you get Quebec from that one side? I want to know. What did I miss? Somewhere around here, isn't it? Ottawa, Montreal. That's Quebec, but it might be more something like Montreal. That's what I was thinking. It does look like an American home. In which case, it's more likely to be Vancouver or something. Ah, okay, roads, yellow side line, gotcha. I'm guessing, okay, so it must be somewhere in Canada. It could be either, I think it could be either Quebec, Vancouver, or Montreal. It doesn't look like a big city, so I'm thinking maybe it's not Montreal, because I'm not seeing any big skyscrapers anywhere. But it could also easily be Vancouver at some point, some parts. No, I think it is Quebec. Whereabouts in Quebec, though? No, I'm gonna throw it. Oh, maybe. Do you know what? Just throw in Quebec, right in the middle of Quebec. It was Montreal. Quebec's. Oh, damn it. Okay, Quebec City. I thought it'd be somewhere more rural or something, but no, that's my bad. I should know Canada better than this. I should have known better. Okay, we're in America this time. Somewhere. This looks like New York. I'm gonna drop it in New York just because. I imagine it'd be just outside New York. Maybe somewhere around here. I'd be able to tell if it would load in and not be pixelated. This reminds me of... The only reason I'm guessing New York is because it reminds me of the area Aunt May lives in the Spider-Man game. I recognize some of the surroundings, so it feels like just outside New York. Plus I can see New York in the background now. I think I'm right. It's right there in the distance. You can see the actual city over the horizon. I'm gonna guess closer to here then. Where was it that they found? They found it in Pennsylvania, didn't they? No, it's gonna be close to New York because you can see the city. How close is it gonna be? How close are we thinking? I'm gonna go there. Queens, I was thinking, oh no, it wasn't. Kansas City. I mean, I got the right continent at least. I knew it was a rural area just outside a big city, and I thought New York was the first thing that came to mind because that's the only one I really know. Right, last round. Who do we have here? This looks kind of shit, so it could be the UK. No, it could be Europe, actually. What language is that? Akai. Oh! It might be South America, then. But, let me keep looking. Definitely looks like Spanish. Is there a website on this? 21. I don't know which country that is, but it's not America. Does this tell me? GNV? No. Gasoline, ethanol. I think it's somewhere in Brazil. I don't think it's Mexico. I mean, it could be Mexico, but I don't think it is. It doesn't have the yellow filter like all movies set in Mexico does. Hoping someone has a website. Bus, where are you going? Who am I voting for on the back of that bus? Who am I voting for? Tell me. Can't see it's that looks like the... That could be the current dude who's in charge of Brazil, actually. Lula. That's what it looks like. Okay, we're locking it in. Brazil. It was specifically Rio de Janeiro. Okay, I threw it in the middle of Brazil. I wasn't sure where it would have been. Not my worst game. I got the continent right each time. It's just everything else I got wrong. Alright, fuck it. We'll do one lesson in Duolingo. Yeah, I got the continent right. Ra is that one. You is the fish. Right, Sarah. Rai is this one. Yumi is this one. Satsu is this one. Itsu is that one. Kara as in karaage. Tsuchi is this one. Katsu is that. Ra is no, it's this one. Chiri is this one. No, that's Sari. No. Backwards. Okay, Rika is this one. Chiri is this one. Yue is this one. Tsuchi is that one. Katsu is that one. Tsuchi, which means soil. Okay. Kara is that one. Okay. Yuka, that one. Sura is this one. Katsu is this one. Suki is that one. Kari is that one. Yuka. I'm only doing one lesson for Duolingo today, so the owl gets off my back. They won't be threatening me later on. I got a few things I do want to talk about, so I'm going to move on to some other stuff. I'll leave that. That'll be fine. Complete one perfect lesson? Done it. Completed it, mate. Right. Starting off with this video about the new AI tool that they released called DeepSeek.
This video is brought to you by Ground News. Today, tech stocks tumble after the release of China's DeepSeek AI model. Denmark announces a $2 billion Arctic security package, and US President Donald Trump...
The funniest thing is, right, America limited exports of computer chips and semiconductors to China to stop them from making AI. And they did it anyway.
China appears to be winning
because America wanted a monopoly on the AI market.
AI model from the Chinese firm DeepSeek, which is more advanced than its US rivals. Last week, DeepSeek released its latest AI chatbot, which performs similarly to OpenAI's ChatGPT, but uses less computing power. Then on Monday, DeepSeek released its cutting-edge AI image generator, Llanos Pro 7B, which it claims outperforms both OpenAI's DALL-E and Stable Diffusion. As a result, US and European tech stocks plunged, with some investors drawing comparisons to the
I'm so glad the AI industry is being killed by itself.
satellite in 1957. To give you some specific examples, shares in the US-based chip-making firm Nvidia plunged almost 17%, wiping out almost $600 billion of market value, a record loss.
This makes me so happy.
Shares in the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite Index also fell 3.1%, while Microsoft fell 2.1% and the S&P 500 index fell 1.5%. On top of that, the German firm Siemens Energy, which supplies electrical hardware for AI infrastructure, also nosedived 20%, while Schneider Electric...
This could be a sign that the AI bubble has just popped now, so like, maybe they'll stop trying to shove it in everything, right?
So, why does this matter?
Because they don't own the market anymore.
A significant milestone in the AI race between the US's Silicon Valley and China, with each trying to develop the most advanced AI systems for the lowest cost. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, has praised the DeepSeek model, calling it impressive, particularly in relation to, quote, what they're able to deliver for the price. He also pledged to step up the innovation challenge, saying, we will obviously deliver much better models, and also it's legit invigorating to have a new competitor. We will pull up some releases. US President
I think this seems going to burn the planet faster now.
$500 billion AI investment project called Stargate has also commented on the development, saying it could actually be a good thing for the US. He said if you could do it cheaper, if you could do it for less, and get to the same end result. There's more on the way, but remember to subscribe and ring the bell for more daily briefing tomorrow. Plus, if you want to support the channel like Bubbles, then consider joining the TLDR Daily Membership Program for just $1.99. Denmark has announced that they're injecting $2 billion into Arctic security, following Donald Trump making it clear that he has his sights set on taking control of Greenland. As part of the new defense package, Denmark has an additional 3 new ships in the Arctic waters encircling Greenland, and also now possesses more long-range drones.
I wonder what Donald Trump is going to rename Greenland to once he conquers it.
In the coming weeks. The announcement follows Trump's proclamation that Denmark must give up control of Greenland, and refusal to rule out the use of military force.
Like, what do they even want it for?
In an official statement, the Defence Minister of Denmark has denied the timing of the increase in defence spending is due to Trump's declaration, but concurrently stated that there were serious challenges regarding security.
I imagine the main reason he wants it because he thinks there's probably like a whole metric shipment of fossil fuels and oil or something there.
Security and defence.
The only reason America wants anything these days, right?
Deterrent to American aggression, but can also demonstrate to Trump that they're capable of protecting Greenland and thus American national security. Later this week, Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen will meet the leaders of France, Germany and NATO in a bid to shore up European unity. Following an executive order by Trump, the US State Department has ordered a freeze on funding to all American foreign aid, barring emergency food assistance and military aid to Israel and Egypt. A 90-day pause has been implemented on programs pending a review of their efficiency and whether they were in line with Trump's foreign policy agenda. Those affected include humanitarian initiatives.
I think that's a BS reason. I don't think that's the real reason he wants it, because Greenland have never been a threat to anyone.
Education, as well as security programs.
I imagine he probably wants it so he can start fracking or something.
Oxfam have said the suspension on funding could have...
Because that's the weakest reason I've ever seen to then declare war on potentially declare war on an entire country, right? That have never been a threat to anyone in history.
Exemptions. As the directive is an effective stop order on almost all aid, several prominent...
Especially when there's so many wars already going on. We've got Ukraine and Russia, we've got Israel, Palestine. Do we really need another one on top of that?
...have now been placed on leave after an internal memo indicated that they had taken action.
There are so many causes I can only fit into my Twitter bio.
The US is currently the world's largest humanitarian donor. A vacuum for humanitarian aid could be created, potentially filled by adversaries like China. Despite not being listed...
Tony, did they actually? That doesn't surprise me. I mean, he released a felon into the street. The felon then committed more crimes.
Military aid to Ukraine. Moving to the UK now, where a new study has suggested that pro-authoritarian attitudes among young people are on the
At this point, it's just fucking
Reports produced by
a
Channel
Darwin
4
Award nominee, right?
Trends, Truth and Trust found that 52%
Dude learned nothing during the time he was fucking arrested.
27 believe that the UK would be
Turns out the prison rehabilitation system doesn't actually work, does it?
not have to bother with Parliament and elections.
I mean, that's what it's meant to be, but they don't use it to rehabilitate anyone these days. They just use it for, like, cheap labor.
If the army was in charge, and 47% agreed that the entire way our society is organized.
What is this channel? So this channel is called TLDR News. They've got a few different channels. They've got one for EU, one for US, UK. They basically summarize what happened every week in the news.
Revolution. For the latter of these,
I do enjoy watching them purely because they sum things up in like a brief session like this. And if I want to know more, I end up looking up wherever there is that took my, sparked my interest.
male Gen Z members towards women.
It's good for like short, like quick overviews.
Respondents aged between 13 and 27 agreed that we have gone so far in promoting women's equality.
Like they focus on doing really brief videos about different topics.
In the findings, the chief executive of Channel 4, Alex Mann, argued that there is clear evidence of disengagement from democracy, fueled by the online Pied Pipers who willfully subvert truths, and a growing gender divide that should concern us all. The full report will be published on Thursday. If you want to keep diving into the news before then, though, you should check out...
I don't care about
Take this story.
their ads. I'll go to the next one. We've got Elon doing his very famous salutes.
As you guys know, the ADL, apartheid...
He got left hanging for a high five. That's what happened.
Apartheid, no matter who's a defender of apartheid, the ADL is there to do PR for you. And they said, this is a delicate moment. If you recall, after Elon Musk sig heiled, not once, but twice, on a massive stage on Trump's inauguration, they defended him. Because they're, well, I guess, they're open about their...
They want to defend him because he's giving money to Israel, that's why.
Elon Musk's defense was genocide, Nazi...
Turns out, right, if you want to be a Nazi, all you should is give a certain amount of money to Israel. And people are going to be completely okay with you being a straight-up far-right lunatic.
After October 7th massacre in which Hamas terrorists committed the worst atrocity against the Jewish people since the Holocaust. He has since repeatedly and forcefully supported Israel's right to defend itself against genocidal terrorists and regimes who seek to annihilate the one and only Jewish state. I thank him.
Netanyahu impression is actually quite good.
Benjamin Netanyahu saying that this person is not a Nazi is just further evidence that he definitely is a Nazi. Benjamin Netanyahu is a genocidal fascist who famously did Holocaust revisionism. For those of you who don't know, he very famously once said, Hitler didn't want to kill the Jews. It was actually the Palestinian Grand Mufti that convinced Adolf Hitler to kill the Jews.
No way.
Hitler just wanted to transfer the Jews, do a population transfer for the Jews.
How is that any better?
1920 and 1921, 1929 were instigated by a call of the Mufti of Jerusalem, Haj Amin al-Husseini, who was later sought for war
Does this man not know we have access to Google and Wikipedia?
in fomenting the...
I mean, I guess he's speaking to the people who don't, know how to actually look up proper information or do research and believe whatever the fuck anyone tells them.
And Haj Amin al-Husseini went to Hitler and
Unfortunately, there's too many people like that around these days.
said, so what should I do with them? He asked. He said, burn them. And he was sought in during the Nuremberg trials for prosecution. He escaped it. Later died in cancer after the war, died of cancer in Cairo. But this is what Haj Amin al-Husseini said. He said, the Jews seek to destroy the Temple Mount. My grandfather in 1920 seeks to destroy the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So this lie is about 100 years old.
Which is so crazy and so untrue because Hitler was very open about wanting to kill the Jews. Okay?
He's probably the most transparent fucking person in history when he came to that sort of thing.
Netanyahu over here, wanted by the International Criminal Court for doing a genocide, being like, yeah, no, this guy's not a Nazi. But what's additionally funny is that Benjamin Netanyahu is also very famously aligned himself with out and about right-wing reactionary nationalist and anti-Semitic figures all over Europe. That's why, like, this post from Benjamin Netanyahu proves the exact opposite of what he was trying to do. If you are even remotely familiar with Benjamin Netanyahu's game, then you should immediately go, oh, this is further evidence that this motherfucker might be a Nazi. Okay? Anyway, so that's funny. But hey, guess what? Elon Musk, being the troll that he is, has been nonstop doubling down, tripling down. But before we get to that, there was one person, Sam Kuffel, a meteorologist for a local news station, that actually criticized Elon Musk's Sig Heiling on her social media account, on her personal social media account.
I saw this. This is fucking hilarious.
Which is really interesting to think, because here's Elon Musk. If you are unfairly treated by your employer due to posting or liking something on this platform, we will fund your legal bill. No limit. Please.
I hope he follows through on this.
I wonder if Elon Musk will fund her legal bill. Probably not. Elon Musk has since then...
He should follow through on that, right?
Endless amount, okay? The recommendation algorithm on this platform sucks. I want to talk to the manager right now. He's trolling. If I see one more damn...
Funniest thing about this whole situation as well, to me, personally, is how Elon Musk is like, do you remember when Disney pulled advertising for X? And Elon wasted no time at all being on national TV telling Disney to go fuck themselves, right? All these companies to go fuck themselves. Zero hesitation. He spoke his mind and told them that he, was against them and didn't like them, whatnot. And then when it came to the fact that Nazis are saluting him back, and like, hey Elon, do you agree with Nazis or are you against them? He's flip-flopping back and forth and like trying to post jokes to deflect. Instead, being dark and saying fuck Nazis, he could very easily just say, nah, fuck Nazis, I don't like them. But instead of doing that, he's out there just constantly, chronically online, posting jokes about the whole thing.
My feet, I'm gonna lose my mind.
And I don't know why. Why do you think that is?
Oh, I don't even care. I don't even care about you guys constantly posting me.
I wonder if it's related to the fact that he happens to be
Once again, like I said,
closing up with the German fascist party as well right now.
Okay, KFC double down style. But here, let's take a look at what some of the things he posted about him not being a Nazi. Definitely, he's Austrian too, talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is really gross for him to say that about, especially Arnold, who has openly talked about his father or his grandfather, I believe, or was it his father, and his ideology and how disgusted he was by it. He posted this 9 minutes ago. If I see one more damn Nazi salute in my feet, I'm going to lose my mind. 22 minutes ago. Did anyone accuse President Macron of being a Nazi? He said, seriously? Where is it? Oh,
he is really upset about this. He's taking it so personally.
The expropriation bill has been signed into law. Land can now be confiscated with no compensation. He's talking about, he's defending the white South African farmers in between the allegations that he's not a Nazi. Where is the thing that I wanted to find? Oh, he was doing Nazi puns. Here it is. Don't say Hess to Nazi accusations. These
aren't even good jokes. These are the kind of jokes that Elon's fans like.
Your enemies. His pronouns would have been he/Himmler. Bet you.
He probably had an AI fucking write that for him as well.
You're killing it. Oh, he also had.
He was so bad.
How many radical leftists does it take to screw in a light bulb? Radical leftists. That's not funny. Me laughing, crying. This is frustrating for an entirely different reason. I don't think people understand. One, that's not how this joke.
I think it's right. You don't need any radical leftists to screw in a light bulb. All you need to do is call the light bulb Elon Musk, and it'll screw itself.
Structure works. And two, I hate how
he has a talent for doing that.
That they just go, click, that's hilarious, my good sir. Like the energy that oozes out of someone that actually thinks this is hilarious grosses me out so much. I can't even begin to explain this to you. There's something so pathetic about being this servile being in 2025, the year of our holy Lord, and looking at like the types of memes that Elon Musk posts and going, ha! Another hilarious one, my good sir. Aside from how cringe this is, like it's cringe, whatever. It's silly, it's stupid, it's cringe, who cares? But like the impact, I think, comes from more people being on board with this type of humor. This is dumber than 2012 YouTuber Nazi weirdos trying to act like they weren't Nazis. Yeah. Anyway, this tweet was the one where the ADL had to step in. Jonathan Greenblatt, we've said it hundreds of times before and we will say it again. The Holocaust was a singularly evil event. And it is inappropriate and offensive to make light of it.
It's wild that it needs to be stated these days, but people will like somehow believe it didn't happen.
You know, he runs the account, obviously, making it appropriate.
Like, bro, people who lived through that are still alive today.
To minimize the evil and inhumanity of Nazi crimes, denigrate the suffering of both victims and survivors, and insult the memory of the 6 million Jews murdered in the Shoah. How are you going to defend him Sig Heiling publicly and then turn around and be like, well, this was a bridge too far. I just don't get it. Yeah, I know. When I saw this when he first tweeted it out, it 100% is because he saw the tweet going viral. Cinemarxism viral tweet at 70,000 likes about your tweet. This is really not that hard to understand. Nazis and Zionists are both ethno-nationalists. They both want the world to be segregated by ethnicity through national borders. Elon is objectively both and comes from a long line of ethno-nationalist apartheid supporters. God damn, Cinemarxism. I, for one, personally think being an actual Nazi and doing unlimited Nazi propaganda on the platform that you bought after unbanning every Nazi and continuously doing discourse with Nazis and hyping them up and giving them higher visibility is perhaps infinitely more offensive than doing Holocaust puns. You know, that's just me. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like offering material support to Nazis and giving them a ground to operate on as the owner of a major social media platform, I feel like that's probably worse than trying to make a joke about, you know, Nazis or whatever, which is like such a joke to begin with. It's just so cringe and bad. By the way, this genuinely radicalized my mom. I noticed she was due to get APAC mail today and asked her if she would continue to donate to APAC and ADL since they didn't condemn Elon. She told me, I realize now that you were right. These organizations' top priority isn't anti-Semitism. I'm still in shock. Thank you for helping me with this and finally giving me the ability to get through to her. I didn't do that. The ADL did that with their moral bankruptcy in full display. Haha, seething pussy. The f you talking about hyping up Nazis, you're lost. Elon Musk, up until the H-1B visa debacle, had very openly and very famously communicated with prominent Nazi accounts on the platform. People that like deny the Holocaust numbers, Holocaust revisionists, people who are out and about anti-Semites. Elon Musk himself very famously had to go to Auschwitz and do a oopsie session and then go to Israel immediately after because he replied to a dude who had said, oh my God.
I remember this.
Oh, he's doing it again. The majority of young people in Germany have migrant backgrounds and no major city has a native majority under 16 anymore. But
I don't think just going to Auschwitz once is gonna fix anything like that, right? I don't think it's a Control Z button.
Why do they always have to migrate to white countries, though? Let neighboring countries take them in. Access to our country is not a human right. Look at all the wonderful people that Elon Musk is collabing with. Wow. Guess what, chat? At the top of the hour, there used to be a 3-minute ad break, and I stopped running those ads because I hate ads. But you can still subscribe. This way you support the broadcast, the most effective way for you to...
Yep.
That's right. It's not hard to feed your kids. There's no excuse. Just become a massively successful grifter. Get a career-based...
I saw this news story. Actually, I know which one this is. Fucking Ben Shapiro saying kids don't need food.
Embarrassed to just like come out of the gate swinging with that. And then he ended up doubling down on it.
I thought this was wild because I saw the Philip Franco show when this news story hit.
Speaking of the pro-life party, by the way, Ben Shapiro's pro-life, by the way. Let's hear what he had to say, by the way, about being pro-life, by the way.
If government can protect kids from the sick radical left, shouldn't they also protect kids from hunger? Wouldn't it make sense to strengthen food stamps and have school lunch be free since some kids are in school lunch debt? Well, I mean, if you are a parent, school lunches are not going to solve the problem of child hunger at any serious level.
What? Okay, so he's gonna wait. Hold up. He's gonna advocate for, you know, child tax credits then, right? Like, or even additional support, right? He's saying like
this is such a fucking privileged take he has as well.
There is a problem of children actually starving. That is a child endangerment scenario to which CPS needs to be called. If you're talking about like actual.
So what? If you're poor, if you're broke and poor, then the best thing to do is have big government rip you away from your child. Wait, what? Did this motherfucker just say, I hate big government, which is why big government
did, straight up.
literally force your child into the foster care system if for the crime of being
It's such a stupid take as well, honestly.
The government should give you money. So
Like, what does he think Child Protective Services actually do?
should come in, knock your door down, and kidnap your child. That's crazy.
Child starvation. The truth is, it does not take that much money to feed a child. I know I have 3 of them. You should be.
Wait.
The thing is, right, with a stupid fucking take, I think Ben Shapiro is just so fucking privileged, he doesn't realize the implication of anything he talks about. Like, what does he think is going to happen when you call Child Protective Services on a family whose children, you know, are starving because they can't afford food, right? Does he think, like, Child Protective Services are going to, like, somehow just automatically fix that situation somehow? Like, chances are they'll take the kids away, put them in foster care, and guess what? Who the fuck pays the salary of CPS workers and also the food that these kids are going to be getting at foster care? Who's paying for that? Like, dude, it's cheaper to just give the kids free school meals. Because both results end up in the same thing. Kid gets food in the end, right? The only difference is by having CPS take the kids away and put them in foster care, you now have to pay the salaries of these fucking Child Protective Services agents who had to fucking raid a house, traumatize the family, and then kidnap those kids and stick them in a care home, which we know is not an ideal to be like situation to be in either. Like, I don't know how you can be so fucking privileged to think that that is a good solution, or is any different to just, like, you know, paying for free school meals.
Hold on. Oh, it doesn't take that much money to feed children? Hold on 1 second. Let me
Like, does he think people work in child protective services for free out of the goodness of their own heart or something?
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Do they get food, like, for free as well to give to children?
I wonder why he doesn't think it's expensive to raise a child. By the way, GOP state legislator opposed to free school lunch proposal says he never met a hungry Minnesotan. Let's see what the child food insecurity rates are in this country, this isn't like a heavily discussed take, right? Food insecurity for households with children rose in 2020, disrupting decade-long decline. Wow. So
Almost as if taking away things like free school meals is having an impact.
that's crazy. If only there were more studies on this. That's crazy. Now, of course, for those of you who want to know the truth about the matter, Ben Shapiro, what a piece of gigantic evil piece of okay. Food insecurity is a gigantic problem in the richest nation on the planet, where we have an
Like, this should not be a problem at all in the US, right? The country is so rich, they should be able to feed all children in the country.
While 14.8% of households were food insecure.
Because other countries are doing it better than they are.
Now, understand something. 15% of households with children were food insecure. Do you want to know where the number one most, calorie dense meal that a child can get when they live in a food insecure household? Do you want to know? School lunches. That's precisely why during COVID, when schools were closed, school lunch programs still continued. That's precisely the reason why free school lunches is a point of contention in this conversation. Do you understand? And for those of you who say something along the lines of like, oh my God, I went to school and the food was as hell. Exactly. That ass meal that you had is literally the best, most healthy, most calorie dense food that 1 in 14 or 15% of children, 1 in 6 children are able to consume while they're growing up. Yeah, that's how bad it is in the richest nation.
I don't think rich people should be able to, like, fucking even comment on situations like this, right? Because they have zero experiences about it.
His answer to this crisis is
or knowledge in regards to it, and they say stupid shit like this.
Say that, like, if there are food insecure households, the government should break your door down and kidnap your child.
The fact that Ben Shapiro even still has followers is fucking shocking, in my opinion. You think people should have wised up to it by now, right?
Incredible take. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Oh my Lord. I mean, holy shit. That is wild.
Now, all that said, the good news here is that the Senate did actually pass the bill. And since it's already been passed in the House, it's now expected to be signed into law by the Democratic governor. But Truskowski wasn't the only person saying stupid shit about school lunches and child hunger this week. You also had this clip of Ben Shapalapa Ding Dong going viral where he's arguing against making school lunches free.
If there is a problem of children actually starving, that is a child endangerment scenario to which CPS needs to be called.
He doesn't really give a shit at all, right? He's only pretending to give a shit.
This was like, how did he not feel embarrassed to just like come out of the gate swinging with that? And then he ended up doubling down.
He's got like back-to-back L's recently, considering he also tried to like say Luigi Mangione was a bad person. And fucking everyone called him out on that.
9 million children in this country that are food insecure, okay? 9 million. We need to bring in the big government.
Like, Ben Shapiro was a kind of ding-dong that's like, oh, giving kids free school meals is bad, but also feel sorry for this rich CEO getting shot in the back.
I don't want my taxes to fund the much cheaper initiative that's
like, where the fuck are his morals, really?
I want them to instead fund the more expensive initiative, which is going to put these kids in the foster care system away from their family members, dude. Like, he wants to spend more money to rob these children.
Yeah, they absolutely did, and they should do. I'm surprised any of them even stuck around. Because he's still got people who are so fucking diehard for him that they stuck around and still watch his videos and listen to shit he says when he's talking out of his ass like that.
No excuse, just become a massively successful grifter. Stoke the flames of a culture war, peddle an intellect.
Man, I could be such a good grifter. I know, I understand stupid people so well. If I wanted to become a right-wing grifter and like steal loads of money doing NFT rug pull scams, I would be a billionaire in no time at all.
The government should do everything but feed the children. They should just
if I had no morals, that is.
That's crazy.
If I didn't care about ripping people off and stealing money from them in the most morally grey way possible.
90% of conservative commentary just revolves around signaling vices, okay? They literally just get off on being the worst possible person you can be. It's just like, yeah, actually the right thing to do is kill the children, as a matter of fact. And then conservatives are like, yeah, bro.
I'm pretty sure one conservative motherfucker actually did say that.
The Alaskan
He
Republicans
did.
argued child abuse deaths can be a benefit to society. This was fire.
I was just thinking about this. Yeah, I remember this.
Here, this is sick. It's better. It's better for society for children who are abused to die.
You know, in the case where child abuse is fatal, obviously it's not good for the child, but it's actually a benefit to society because there aren't needed.
What the fuck was this man smoking? What the absolute fuck was this piece of shit smoking to openly say in a room full of other people that the death of a child through domestic abuse is a good thing for society? Motherfucker, I think his death will be the thing that benefits society the most. It's genuinely shocking that people say this sort of thing with their full fucking chest.
That child.
This guy's pro-life, by the way. This guy. Yeah, he said that.
Of course they are. They always are. But he has a fucking cross in his, like, bio and everything as well.
Forcibly carry pregnancy is the term, just so you can kill them if it's cost effective. Like, what the f? It basically takes all of the Republican mentality and you know, immediately showcases it for its depravity. Do you understand?
That's why America as a country is a fucking joke. They're literally trying to speedrun killing children faster than any other country in the world, right?
Where it's like, we want children to be born, okay? We want children to be born.
I'm surprised they don't have a shotgun at the fucking hospital.
Only care about
Or at the second the baby is born, it's like, oh, and then bam.
Outer vagina.
There's nobody setting records for that kind of shit like they are.
Born, okay? It's over. It's done. You die. Now you die, and we literally don't care. It's a wrap. It's crazy. And then the ones who are born.
It's amazing how countries against abortions, because they think killing children is bad, kill more children than any other country in the world.
Wants you to be forcibly removed from your family and put back into the.
It's shocking as well, because like for a good period of time, Japan and Korea had like really sky-high rates for child suicides, which was genuinely a bad thing because of how like societal pressure like causes like depression and mental health problems in children, which was at the time one of the biggest talking points in regards to child safety, and how much that's been dwarfed by the fact that America just fucking loves shooting kids.
Being virgin.
Pretty rad.
What's your body count?
I'm a father.
Yeah.
Proud father. Yep. We have a website, patriotfront.us.
Oh, I've heard of Patriot Front. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a group of incels.
Yep.
What's it like being an incel virgin?
I wouldn't know, sir.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
What's your body count?
Doesn't matter.
I'm at the March for Life in D.C., and usually Patriot Front just runs in and out of things. They're just chilling here.
They're literally just handing out flyers to folks.
Yeah, like, and
I fucking love Walter Masterson. He's so good.
No one is phased.
No one is phased by Patriot Front being here. Normally Patriot Front marches and then they dip. Now they're not dipping anymore. They're just like, they're comfy. I can't get over this. Patriot Front's just hanging out. What's it like being an incel?
I'm married with children, so it doesn't apply.
You can be an incel and be married with children. What's it like?
Like Ben Shapiro.
No comment.
No comment?
Strong families make strong.
Do you want a statement? Talk to Thomas Rousseau.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just asking what's it like being an incel?
Don't answer questions, sir. Talk to Thomas Rousseau.
Who are we reclaiming it from?
You.
You? Okay. Defend American labor. That I actually. We want lives of honesty.
No, actually, these people, these are questions they can't even answer. So, I think it's funny.
I want the defend American labor.
If it was just about,
I'm completely okay with these people being harassed because that's all they do, right? They harass other people.
it's not. It's about much more than this, and that's the problem. What's your body count?
Excuse me?
What's your body count?
Are you talking about intercourse?
Yes.
My wife.
Okay.
My wife.
Yeah.
Her.
What's the message?
Strong family, strong nation.
That's it. There's nothing else. If I look up Patriot Front, there's nothing else.
I guess it depends on where you look, sir.
You can check the website out. All the information you need is all on our website.
Absolutely. Yes.
I actually looked at that. Honestly, I don't. If it was just that, that would be amazing. But I have one of those. I read that. If it was just that, I'd think, okay, we're cooking. Patriot Front's just here with all the other forced birthers. Usually they march really quickly and then dip. They're just hanging out. Trump's the president.
putting, that hiring somebody because they're of a similar race.
I looked at the flyer.
Okay, you got one of the flyers.
I got one of the flyers. The flyer about labor.
Okay.
And
defend American labor. Yep.
okay, so we're starting with labor, anti-corporate. You're pro-labor. You're pro-union.
I think it is perfectly acceptable for workers to negotiate collectively, but at the same time, I don't think the government should be run by unions. I'm not a Marxist. I'm not a communist.
Here's a question. It's a hypothetical scenario.
We love hypotheticals.
Let's say you're on the picket line. You're trying to get a labor contract for your job. You're picketing.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
The rest of the employees that you need to join you on the labor line are
black.
You're not wrong, dude.
Trans, LGBTQ.
They're all of it.
Oh, here we go.
LGBTQ, communists. I mean,
In fact, there's gonna be an ad thing. I don't want the ad to interrupt, so I'll dial it back a bit. I'll let the ad play. I'll grab another drink, so I've run out of drink as well. So I'll get some water, and then we'll be back and see how he answers this question. So stick around and don't miss it. I think it's gonna be a good one. He dropped the T word, and they're all afraid of trans people. This is gonna be fantastic. Be right back.
Sort of an object of debate for
You do.
quite a while. We do. Okay.
She fucking got him with that. I want to see the person of color. That's the argument he went down for this moment. He tried to say he's a minority here. Dude's the whitest person in the fucking room.
So, I mean, it depends according to whom.
Essentially the UK equivalent of a social security number and stuff like that. So professional. I had all my details ready to give, right? So I was like, I'm gonna smash this job, right? Until they got to one thing they needed, where I kind of fumbled the bag. So what happened was, she asked me for my street name, and I said, oh, it's Obi, because that's what my friends call me, right? I said that on reflex, and then there's a pause that says, no, your address. And who the fuck? Just tell me, who street name, right? Why not just say, what's your address? Because that just completely threw me to a loop. So I just told her that my street name is Obi, and that's what she should just call me. And I don't get it. Why would you not just say, what's your address?
But whether Jews count as white or not has been sort of an object of debate for quite a while. We do. Okay.
She fucking got him with that. I want to see Ben Shapiro try and argue that he's a person of color. That's the argument he went down for this moment. He tried to say he's a minority here. Dude's the whitest person in the fucking room.
So, I mean, it depends according to whom.
I'm doing a Halloween costume today. I went with the scariest thing I could think of. And the scariest thing I could think of for most people just happens to be blue hair and pronouns. So I thought, fuck it. I'm now he, they for this 12-hour stream.
Yeah, in my best judgment, if this is a 13-year-old, as Ava alleges, I would say that this constitutes a CP, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Let's see if Jimmy knew about Ava's concern.
Pro tip, don't send CP to the group chat. That's just my personal advice, right? My expert opinion is don't send CP into the work group chat. In fact, just don't have any CP to begin with. Don't look it up, don't save it or whatever.
You lived your life in a castle. It made you soft. Then why are you out of breath?
My armor's so dirty now. With this prick. Personally, as a member of the patriarchy, I don't think women should be doing work that requires like hard physical labor. I think they should be doing jobs like, I don't know, stuff that doesn't require much physical work, like CEO or, you know, investor. That kind of desk work where they don't have to lift a finger. Finance manager, whatever that means. Politician, there you go. That's like barely any work. You don't even have to do any real work at all. Just lie about working and people will believe you and then they'll vote you back in. President, that's like fucking easy. I think women should do those kind of work. Those jobs are for women. I return. And I want to see what this guy answers this question with, because it sounds like it's going to be a good one.
You're on the picket line. You're trying to get a labor contract for your job. You're picketing.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
The rest of the employees that you need to join you on the labor line are
Black.
trans, LGBTQ.
They're all of it. Oh my God, there's so many diversity points in
LGBTQ,
this
communists. I mean, what? Let's. I can keep
every
going.
other one of my coworkers is a black, gay, communist, tranny.
No,
Sounds like a great place to work.
Only the ones that want to join me on the picket line. I must have done something terribly wrong in that case. See, this situation has already gone wrong. Diversity is used to break up the solidarity of workers. Those companies know that diversity is a destabilizing factor.
How is that a destabilizing factor?
Because again, it's harder for people to unify.
It's harder for them to unify if there's like if there's black people and Asian people that.
This motherfucker sounds like Onyx the Fortuitous. Can you guys hear it, or is it just me? Hang on. He's got the same voice.
Hundreds of people turned out tonight for the unveiling of a very controversial temple. The group responsible.
I'm just excited to see my Lord and Savior Baphomet represented in such glorious Italian stone. I do hope his eyes gaze upon me, and that my allegiance is recognized. I don't know.
That, and then this guy's voice.
Stabilizing factor.
How is that a destabilizing factor?
Because again, it's harder for people to unify.
It's harder for them to unify
It's the same fucking voice.
if there's like.
Welcome back to Onyx the Fortuitous. I've missed you, dude.
I mean, is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
So okay, so the thesis is segregation.
America was founded.
It's the same guy.
This guy.
It's this guy.
That is pertained and designed for that type of.
Yeah,
I do hope his eyes gaze upon me, and that my allegiance is recognized. I don't know. Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Where yes, but they.
You can say, oh, but things have changed now, and things are different.
Yes.
Yes, things have gotten worse, and I want them to get better.
You're saying
He's got a different hat, but it's the same fucking person. I know Onyx when I see him.
it's because of diversity.
I believe
It's his evil twin. That's who it is.
I need to talk to some other people. You have a wonderful day, sir.
So after 1 to 2 minutes.
That was Onyx the Fortuitous' evil twin brother.
They don't want to defend American labor. They stand for segregation. Really quick, I forgot to ask you, what is it like being an incel and a virgin?
I wouldn't know.
What's your body count?
I'm not here to discuss personal matters of my my life. I think that's irrelevant.
So 0.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to make assumptions about my personal life, I think this is strange.
I mean, you're wearing a Patriot Front outfit, so.
I've been to other pro-life ones where you and I have spoke, so I know you're here a lot, right? Obviously, you.
I love the way they just fucking respond to that question.
Is bad. This idea that we can, on the National Mall, see the fascist symbol on the American flag over here, and then you look down there and you see the guys in the red hats, and then you realize, oh my God, it's the same people. That's it.
So being a guy who comes to pro-life marches all the time, how do you feel about them being at your march?
I don't think we should welcome fascism into a modern American society, and I think it speaks a lot about the motives of the people at the top of this movement, who would rather, be comfortable with their big billionaire donors from the Republican Party than stand up for the truth. So, as someone who comes at this from the left, I can only say that this is one of the most strangest things I've ever seen, and the fact that there's so many of them also should tell you something as well. I'm out here in DC a lot. I organize also for Palestine. We never deal with this kind of thing except when the MAGA people are here. This is not an issue. DC is a completely blue city, 92%.
Until it's a MAGA march or pro-life march.
Until this past week, our
actually, I think this is the first pro-life march personally I've seen them at.
The connection between over there and over here, don't miss it, because it's there. You have people like Seth Gruber, who
I think this guy might be woke.
and said you are a parasite to the movement.
Speaking of woke, all the gamers are mad at Doom the Dark Ages because, hang on, let me see if I can find that tweet again. Watch this. Pretty sure I tweeted about it. Hang on. Watch this. So yeah, all the anti-woke gamers are really upset about Doom: The Dark Ages because they think accessibility is woke because it has options to help people with disabilities play games, right? They got accessibility options, which is something myself and a lot of disabled people advocate for, and they're really upset about it for being inclusive. They think it's woke and they're gonna try and cancel it now. So naturally, I'm thinking about pre-ordering the collector's bundle now. I wasn't before, but if it's upsetting the worst people in the fucking world, I want it. I want this woke ass fucking statue in my room because it looks sick as hell. And I love how direct Doom has been in the past because, like, this is not the first time people have had a problem with Doom being accessible, and they're like, "Oh no, you've had these features we don't like. What can you do about it?" And like, motherfucker, just don't play it then. You can just turn that setting off or not. And I love the franchise. It's one of my favorite games. I really fucking love Doom 2016. I enjoy Doom Eternal was a good game as well. I'm really looking forward to the Dark Ages. In fact, this is what I think of Doom: The Dark Ages.
Glorious Italian stone. I do hope his eyes gaze upon me, and that my allegiance is recognized. I don't know. Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
That's going to be me when I look at the statue of the Doom Slayer when I get this. I'm gonna pray to his wokeness every single fucking morning.
Absolutely shameful.
Next video, what have we got?
Obviously, German elections are coming.
Back to Elon Musk.
Right? German elections are coming up, and
he's getting really cozy with a very far-right party in Germany.
In the past couple of years,
well, basically the Fourth Reich at this point.
The Alternative für Deutschland, AfD, which is the neo-Nazi party in Germany. Of course, you can't be openly a neo-Nazi in Germany. It is illegal. So therefore, they do a lot of like dog whistling. And sometimes, depending on the political circumstances, as conditions worsen, they've become more glaringly obvious about their neo-Nazi propaganda, as a matter of fact. Like, for example, they say, oh, these are not like deportations, is what the initial take was. Oh, these are not actually deportations. These are not deportations. Deportation sounds Nazi-like. Turns out they are deportations now. They openly are saying that they are deportations. They used to say it's remigration, but AfD
they rebranded it. If that makes it any better.
In Germany, where they
you gotta give it a more marketable name, I guess.
Mailers to immigrant houses, like refugee houses, people that live in like refugee neighborhoods, plane tickets, fake plane tickets, back to their own home countries. So if you want to understand what's going on with the AfD, I think that's a pretty solid example. There's plenty of Holocaust denial, which is illegal, and Holocaust revisionism, which is also illegal in Germany, that they have engaged in. But Elon Musk, of course, is aligned with the AfD, a party that is so right-wing that even Le Pen's party, the Nationalist Party in France, has decided is a bridge too far, where they won't like align with them, the AfD. That's how right-wing and fascist the AfD is, that other right-wing fascist movements in Europe do not even want to fully align with them, openly align with them, because they think it's too politically problematic. Elon Musk, of course, has no such considerations. He does not care. He's open about it because what are you going to do about it? He literally sig-heiled a couple days ago. So after doubling down and tripling down and then also making jokes about sig-heiling, Elon Musk appeared.
I know. I mean, Marine Le Pen is not exactly the best person out there, is he?
Here's what he had to say.
So if someone like him is saying,
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Unfortunately, I can't.
Germany is having...
Yeah, no, I just realized. I got that wrong.
Yeah. No, you're right, man. Totally. What is this argument?
I'm so used to saying he when I'm talking shit about politicians, because a lot of the politicians I hate are men. I just realized, oh, my brain is doing that by mistake.
Right-wing and racist and fascist and want to do mass deportations.
I was like, hang on, why did I say he after I said Maria? I was trying to think, why did I do that wrong?
its not so distant past also had.
Because I think the only female politician I can think about hating recently is like Liz Truss.
That when you say, "Oh, of course, it's a reasonable reaction," you're basically the same as them. Okay, you're basically the same as them because the starting principle for your attitude comes from the reality that a group of individuals are monolithic. They're all the same. Okay? It's like seeing one black person do a crime and make the assertion that all black people are criminals. It's no different than seeing one trans person do a crime and say, well, this is how trans people are. We have to deal with them. Okay? Now, if you noticed, most people don't do that about white people, or even if they jokingly say all white people are a certain way, or even if they genuinely believe all white people are a certain way, there is no systemic form of harm conducted upon white people.
Really, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know much about her father. I just know about her.
No one actually, like the general cultural attitude is not that like all white people are school shooters, right? Even though the overwhelming majority of school shooters are white men, no one thinks all white men.
I'm guessing it must be bad if she's considered a step up.
Deal with them through the violent mechanisms of the state to stop school shootings, right? Overwhelming majority of pedophiles are white men as well. This does not mean that the automatic assumption is that all white men are pedophiles. Why? Because white men are still the dominant group in American society. So we have the capacity to understand that these are individuals who are doing crimes. But for marginalized groups, we don't have that same opinion, right? And this marginalization can happen on the basis of race, on the basis of color, ethnicity, political ideology, but it certainly can also happen on the status of immigration, right? This is something that I always try to explain to this audience, that undocumented migrants are not responsible for a large share of the crimes. They actually are responsible for less crimes per capita than natural-born U.S. citizens. But this does not mean that an undocumented migrant is incapable of doing a crime. But make no mistake, even though an undocumented migrant can do a crime, this doesn't mean that all undocumented migrants are doing crimes all the time.
I mean, they're really obsessively concerned with migrants doing crime, despite the fact that most legal citizens in the country are also doing crimes. Like most crimes are being done by actual people from the country, but they all turn a blind eye to those stats, right?
So hopefully, wow. Hello everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Like, migrant crime is such a fraction of the total amount of crime that happens.
I'm hearing from my side is I can't hear you. So hopefully this is coming through.
Also, we should deport Elon.
You can hear me okay? I don't know, raise your hand or something?
Dude's an illegal immigrant. He outstayed his visa. He should have left a long time ago.
Well, first of all, I wanted to really say that I'm very excited for the IFD, and I think you are really the best hope for Germany. I think some things that something I think that is just very important is that people take pride in Germany and being German. This is very important. It's okay to be proud to be German. This is a very important principle, and it's okay. It's good to be proud of German culture, German values.
I think he's using the word German as a synonym for white.
Very good to be part of the German culture.
It's totally a dog whistle.
In some sort
There's no one saying it's not okay to be German.
Culturalism that dilutes everything. You know, I think we want.
Yeah, you know who else said that? Adolf Hitler, dude. That's crazy. Okay? This is crazy. And it's also one of the only places where I can literally make this statement and have some of the people in that room be directly related to Hitler and his generals. Okay? This is the one room, dude, on the planet. This and Argentina are the only two places where you can be like, this is sus. Your fascist movement is directly traced back
Bro, I think we're watching the founding of Hydra here.
fascist movement, okay, that had to be stamped out.
Ironically, this is just Hydra, isn't it?
Henry Ford. Oh my lord.
Motherfucker, he's the Red Skull more than anything else.
The whole point is that the guilt is so that doing it again is stigmatized. Don't personally beat yourself up for something you didn't do, but don't wash it away either. Yeah. I think like don't feel guilty for the sins of your father while also engaging in the same acts or also gearing up to commit the sins of your father is a devastating thing to say. It is really damning. And it's yeah, and House Bolsonaro is correct. This will get less attention, but this is way less ambiguous than the salute, for the record. Telling an entire group of AfD neo-fascists in Germany, I think there's too much focus on past guilt in Germany, and we need to move beyond that. Children should not feel guilty for the sins of their parents, their great-grandparents even.
I mean, you should somewhat feel guilty about your history. It's the same thing with the UK as well. The UK had some very fucking dark history that people should feel guilty about.
We don't want everything to be
And it should not be buried.
where it's just one big sort of.
Learn from your mistakes, right? I think that's something we all preach. Apparently, nobody wants to fucking do.
You go to different countries and you experience a different culture, and it is unique and special and good, and that the German government takes actions to protect its citizens and make sure that it seeks the health and well-being of the German people. I'm I mean, the German people are sort of really an ancient nation, goes back thousands of years. I was even sort of read Julius Caesar's account of like first encountering the German tribes in the Gaulic campaigns, and he was like, "Wow, very impressive. These are very, very powerful warriors." So like, I think there's like, frankly, too much of a focus on past guilt, and we need to move beyond that. Children should not be guilty of the sins of their parents, or even let alone their parents, their great-grandparents, maybe even.
I mean, they should still feel bad about it. It's a bad thing that they did.
I'm excited about a future for Germany. That's really my message, is be optimistic, excited.
Bro is literally the Red Skull openly speaking at a Hydra meet right now.
Protect the German people. And, and there's some other things that I think would be very helpful too, which is, I think you want more self-determination for Germany and for the countries in Europe, and less from Brussels. That's my opinion. I think there's too much bureaucracy from Brussels.
Dude, there's nothing funnier than being a German guy and being anti-European Union. It's the funniest position. It's like being an American guy and being anti-NATO. Like being pro-American empire and then being anti-NATO is the funniest position you can have, because it's like, dude, that's your own weapon, That's your thing. And it's the same principle. Like anti-European Union German politics blows my mind, because that's your thing. You are the EU. What are
I do not want this man to be fucking involved in the UK politics. I mean, he's got his finger in too many fucking pies.
Like, who do you think?
I'm worried about cross-contamination at this point.
Brussels. That's you. You did it. That's your thing.
Like, he's meddling enough with the US election, and now he's like sticking his dick in the German political side of things. And then now he also wants to like fucking cozy up with Reform UK. Like,
if you're a
dude is literally spreading the STDs amongst political parties in different countries. That's what he is. He's the human equivalent of an STD, being passed around between all the far right UK EU parties.
An anti-capitalist of sorts, like you recognize that the EU is
I'm gonna skip on to the next one because I made every point I wanted to about this.
Remember, this was a long time ago, on Monday, when Elon Musk desperately tried to.
Oh, this one's about Ben Shapiro and Elon Musk.
Goes out to you, and he mistakenly ended up doing some type of.
That's a genuine worry, Buggy. He might do the far right party. Like, if he ever gets fucking wind of what they're up to or anything, if they're gaining traction, he's like, oh, maybe I'm interested in them now.
Once but twice, and as AOC pointed out, repeated for emphasis and clarity.
Oh, yes.
But we're in the era of don't believe your lying eyes, because a lot of wealth.
Oh shit, wrong button. I still love that video. I don't want to watch it again.
You remember, this was a long time ago, on Monday.
He did it not once but twice, and as AOC pointed out, repeated for emphasis and clarity.
Oh, yes.
But we're in the era of don't believe your lying eyes, because a lot of wealthy people own our communications platforms, and they can just promote all of the accounts that will get.
You know what this makes me think about, right? So do you know how like everyone is fucking gaslighting about what Elon did on the stand, and like are saying, oh no, it was a Roman salute or some bullshit like that. It makes me think about all the times in history, but just in the past, before things like the printing press existed, when world leaders probably did something really stupid or embarrassing, and we don't know about it because information didn't travel very fast back then. So, like, there could have been a time where the King of England literally shat his pants in front of an entire crowd, and nobody would know because the people who control the flow of information, even back then, probably would have said, "Oh no, he didn't do that. He actually happened to be 9 feet tall and like built of entirely of muscle, like a fucking brick house," and like everyone else shat their pants at the sight of him. Like, it makes me wonder, did Julius Caesar ever do something really fucking stupid that we don't know about because they made sure that information never spread? And they sort of revisionist in regards to history to make sure things like that. Like, if I was a time traveler, I think there's a question that needs to be answered. We need to go back in time and see every single... I'm pretty sure Henry VIII, 100%, did something stupid in front of the whole crowd. 100% Henry VIII is the kind of person that would do something really embarrassing.
Obvious thing that you just saw right in front of your face.
And it would have been stricken from history because they had literally the power to control who gets to write things down or not.
To suss out a complete bootlicker than someone who has made their built their reputation on being the Pope of the Jews. And one of the things that you have to do as Pope of the Jews,
an interesting term for Elon,
police things like anti-Semitism. And we have the actual Pope of the Jews. As you know, he is Jewish and is very...
Oh no, it's Ben Shapiro they're talking about.
But also has incredible interest in staying in the good graces of this oligarch, Elon Musk. So let's tune in. This is a little bit...
I mean, nobody does a revolution quite like the French do, Buggy. That's one thing that they've been known for.
We're going to see, where will Ben Shapiro... Can you guess?
Nobody fights against the government quite as hard as the French can.
Really hand it to Elon Musk and say, hey, buddy, what are you doing with your Nazi salute? Or B, you guys have him all wrong.
I gotta say, I have a pretty high radar for Nazism. I like a bit of a stake in this particular game. I feel like I can spot some Nazis when I see them. My Nazi radar does not go off around Elon Musk. You know why my Nazi radar doesn't go off around Elon Musk?
Because he's giving money to Israel.
Nazi.
Oh,
in fact,
pause it for a second.
Because he's giving money to Israel. That's why. If he called him a Nazi, that might stop. So.
Not go off around Elon Musk. It's because Elon Musk is a friend of mine. He's extremely wealthy. In fact, I rely on his good graces in many, many aspects of my life.
That's because his Nazi radar is a little bit more updated to the current conservative context, where it only goes off and beeps when somebody criticizes the state of Israel.
That's a good point.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
literally what you said.
Really good with that Nazi radar when he hired Candace Owens. Well, sometimes that radar gets jammed, buddy. Go ahead.
My Nazi radar does not go off around Elon Musk. You know why my Nazi radar doesn't go off around Elon Musk? Because he's not a damned Nazi. In fact, Elon and I, 1 year ago, this week, were in Auschwitz together, visiting Auschwitz.
I think that's where he learned it from.
An event where he spoke about...
Probably where he got it from, which means, you know what, no. I hate this fucking defense, actually. The fact that, Elon went to Auschwitz, therefore he can't be a Nazi. Motherfucker, if he went to Auschwitz and he knows what a Nazi salute is, and why it's bad, and what it looks like, and he did it. So either you're arguing he's a real fucking idiot who learned nothing from his trip to Auschwitz, or he's a Nazi. It's one or the other. I don't know how people, make this fucking connection and not, see the point fly over their head. How are people this dumb? Honestly, Ben Shapiro, I expect it from, but I've seen other people also making this connection and not thinking, hang on. If he's been to Auschwitz, if he does, if he says he has learned about the Holocaust and he knows about all this stuff, then why the fuck did he still do a Nazi salute?
And the evils of Hitlerianism. What is wrong with you?
Bro, he learned it. He thought it was a good idea.
I didn't know this.
Wow.
I didn't know this, Emma.
Yeah, Boogie, you're allowed to be a Nazi now, I guess.
You went to Auschwitz? Well, of course, if you go to Auschwitz,
you're allowed one free hate crime.
Nazi, unless, of course, you were there.
Although, don't do it twice. That's what Elon's mistake was. He did a second one with his hand, and I think that's what fucking tanked it for him. He was only allowed to do it once because he only went once.
Well, I really wonder what inspired him to do that. Do you have any idea, Emma?
Well, it is interesting because prior to that visit, it was just coincidental that he went there after this. Elon Musk, November 2023, so this is 5 weeks after the Hamas.
Does that mean he has to go to Auschwitz again?
This is about a year ago, right? Just like almost.
He's gonna have to make it a yearly thing at this rate.
So just before a year ago, when Ben Shapiro went to Auschwitz, and Elon Musk went to Auschwitz and spoke at anti-Semitism is bad. Okay.
Elon Musk agrees with tweet accusing Jewish people of, quote, hatred against whites. Can we go down to the tweet? This was back when the ADL criticized him, and they said that they felt it was anti-Semitic at this time. The tweet said Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites when they claim to want people to stop using that they claim they want people to stop using against them. Then Elon Musk responded, "You have said the actual truth."
Now hold on. Everybody's sitting there going like, oh, when he says you've said the actual truth, that sounds like what he's saying is you have said something that's true.
Right.
But
your truth goes out to me.
People don't know. He's awkward. He's awkward in certain situations. So by saying you have said the actual truth, maybe what he meant was you are saying things that I disagree with.
Right.
I am neuroatypical, so I don't know.
I hate the fact that Elon and his fans use neurodivergence as an excuse for the shitty things he says or does, because it absolutely is not an excuse. And I've said it many times before. I think he's a cunt for doing it.
You know what he said there?
Straight up.
He said he was, quote, Jewish by association after going. And he says he's aspirationally Jewish.
Huh.
What are people talking about with this?
I didn't hear about this, and this is fucking stupid.
Conversations. Well, you know when, like...
Does this mean he ripped his foreskin? Does that mean he got circumcised? Is that, or he wants to be? I don't know if he already is or not. That's what I'm thinking it means.
Kind of like used to a specific environment.
I think we need to find that specific air hostess he tried to flash and then paid off out of court to drop her sexual harassment case against him to confirm if he is or isn't.
You know, it's impressive, though, that he goes to dinner parties where there's no overt anti-Semitism. I guess maybe it's not there. It's also, he's like, well, maybe I should go to Auschwitz to see anti-Semitism at that time. But obviously, like, Shapiro was his beard, essentially, to go to Auschwitz and to get the blessing back.
Calling Shapiro is, you know, I need to clarify that because I think some people might not know the term beard because they did a good joke right in Doctor Who as well, but I think that's a fucking good joke in regard to Ben Shapiro being Elon's Jewish beard. So, historically speaking, the term beard was actually a euphemism for when someone was gay. In the past, when you weren't allowed to be. So what they would do is they would marry someone publicly, so they appear to be in a marriage, but actually are still gay. And the woman that they were married to was referred to as their beard. That's their cover story, right? To say, oh no, I'm totally straight, I have a wife. And, you know, that's what the term was. So calling Ben Shapiro Elon Musk's Jewish beard is essentially saying that Elon Musk is only friends with Ben Shapiro to appear to be an ally to Jewish people, right? He's like, oh, I can't be anti-Semitic, I'm friends with Ben Shapiro. That's the only basis for wanting to be friends with Ben Shapiro and being seen in Auschwitz with Ben Shapiro. And that's a pretty good joke. They did a similar sort of joke in regards to Doctor Who, where the villain in Doctor Who, called the Master, used to have a beard. And in the 10th Doctor's season, when he reappears, he doesn't have it anymore. And when he meets a previous version of himself, he asks the 10th Doctor if the Master still has a beard. And he says, no, at first. He says, oh, he's got a wife now as his beard, which is fucking great. it's a 10 out of 10 joke. I didn't get it at the time because I didn't realize the context. I was a teenager, but now that I'm older, I actually know it.
After that, he went to Israel, by the way. Netanyahu defended him on social media as well. So, you know, that's what the right is saying. Case closed. I've got news for you. Netanyahu engages in Holocaust revisionist history quite frequently. He has repeatedly said a false claim that here's Netanyahu's defense of Elon. Elon Musk is being falsely smeared.
I love that everyone does a Netanyahu voice when they read out any of his posts.
Right. Okay. He visited them after he made that anti-Semitic reply to that post.
We also know that Israel
We're
had
covering a lot of the same things we've seen already, so I'm going to skip to my next video.
Here's how to fit into society in a good way, and
this is the video I saw. I've not watched this yet, but I had to queue this one up. It's about Andrew Tate and Hustler University, which is this fucking MLM scheme.
system as it's been established.
Dude, I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. I did a video with Luna Harvey actually where we react to some Doctor Who on my YouTube channel.
This episode is I joined Hustlers University so you don't have to. And it was like, oh, thank God, because I really thought I had to join Hustlers University. I had no other choice until this video came along, and neither did you. You were basically on the verge of giving Andrew Cockface Tate your money, and now you don't have to. You're welcome. Saved you, I don't know, however much it is. I used to be like you, lost, confused, trapped in the system, slaving away in a dimly lit Czech basement, typing out scripts day after day till the keyboard made my fingers bleed and the chains wore my ankles down to the bone. Your ankles are better that way, George, I think. Most of the writers are better with bare ankles, like bony ankles, like just so you can see the insides. The bones. I told myself that I was happy with this life, but deep down I knew I was a loser. I mean, come on, I'm 29 years old. I'm not. George's. And George's first script, by the way. No yacht, no supercar, no private jet, no harem of absolutely consenting and in no way coerced women to show for it. Who wouldn't want to hang their head in shame after failing to achieve such realistic and in no way worrying goals at such a young age? Stay your hankies and contain the tears, though, folks, because this isn't a Boogie 2988-esque pity party. It's quite the opposite, in fact, for I found a way to unplug myself from the Matrix, escape from the crushing purgatorial reality of being a broke waggy. Waggy, waggy, not waggy, like wagey, like someone who relies on wages. I'm very far removed from that, I just don't understand it. And now my life is that of an absolute ledge, a proper geezer, and a right bloody governor, if I do say so myself. If you must, George. How did I do this? Well, I can tell you it wasn't through savvy investing, taking a risk, or starting a business and working on improving myself. No. That's for idiots. Such laborious effort-intensive methods didn't interest me at all.
I wanted to get to the point already.
We're going to save the day. Several years worth of exposures to Tate's.
This video's too long. I've already lost interest.
Actually finding.
I'm moving on to the next one.
A particular content creator who has been known.
So Jennings is one of the women who actually did later speak out about Destiny as well after this whole thing like dropped.
Has finally gone too far. And there are multiple women that have come forward to say that Destiny has recorded them non-consensually during intimate moments and shared it non-consensually to other people. And from my understanding,
I'll make this video the last one, so I'll share it to you.
So I wanted to talk about that because, yeah, that's not, in the words of XQC, that's not being canceled. That's a crime. That's a crime.
His excuse for it is so stupid as well.
Yeah.
He's trying to act like the victim in the whole thing.
So,
despite the fact that he's taken multiple actions that can be considered a crime.
I think it's important to highlight victims and highlight their stories and signal boost to help them seek justice, especially against someone who has been known to have a cycle of terrible behavior.
Hello, Misty. How are you doing today?
So,
love you. Hope you're doing well.
I want to watch that with you guys. I want to talk about it a little bit. Now, it kind of,
Because they're recording themselves, he did it without their consent, and that's also a crime.
know exactly what started all of this. I think there was a video that came out that began talking about a little bit of it. And I think it all started reaching a boiling point when a streamer known by Pixie came out publicly to talk about it. Yeah, tired of him being able to be the worst without consequences. I mean, I think anyone with eyes has been able to see that he has consistently used his platform to be a terrible person for a very long time. And everyone feels the exact same way about him, which is they don't want to get harassed by his community. And so nobody ever does anything.
Which is kind of sad.
Finally, I think broke the law in such a severe manner that the cycle might finally have broken. Yes. What the fuck? He recorded without consent? I thought he just shared videos that he got. And that's horrible enough in itself. It was one person was recorded without their consent. And one person was shared without their consent. So, yeah, really bad stuff, actually.
Someone in the comments is calling him molestiny. That's fucking great. I've been calling him Epsteiny.
Consent is illegal. Recording and then sharing without consent is super illegal. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Now, I haven't seen Hassan's commentary on this, so I want to watch just a little bit of his video on it. And then we'll go from there, and then I want to read these.
Oh, we've already watched this video. I can skip ahead.
And I think it is very important to highlight the victims in this story because they have a real chance at seeking actual justice against him. Yes. Yes. And we'll get into all of the details in a second. Marok, Sam, I'll also be getting into that.
What did he do? Here is r/YouTube drama that has at least like some semblance of a summary of what happened. This morning, both President Sunday and Copacy released hit piece videos on Destiny. President Sunday's video here, Copacy's video here. Both of these videos discuss Destiny's behavior regarding his treatment of sexual partners and the ongoing scandals surrounding leaked DMs, photos, and videos of sexual nature. Destiny has found himself in a couple scandals regarding sharing nude photos and other materials, such as videos/sex tapes, without the consent of individuals/partners who appear in them. A woman named Pixie, who was a victim of this behavior from Destiny.
I want to read this myself so we can read it at our speed. Let me pull this up. We've known that he unconsented.
There's a lot of reading involved. By the way, anyone who does want to look into it, there's a lot of like posts.
But everybody
Like quite long and.
I want to go in order on all of these things, just because there's so much to talk about here. And I want to make sure that we can handle it in the most responsible way possible. So on the YouTube drama Reddit thread, we'll pick up where Hassan left off. Both of these videos discuss Destiny's behavior regarding his treatment of sexual partners and ongoing scandals surrounding leaked DMs, photos, and videos of a sexual nature. Destiny has found himself in a couple of scandals regarding sharing
I think it's right. Even after, if he does get arrested, if he goes to prison and like serves a sentence, when he comes back, he's still gonna have fans. People are still gonna want to support this cunt.
The main focus of this
Which
is
I think is
named Pixie.
Gross as all hell.
I wish I could get rid of the.
Like, imagine being so parasocial with someone that they can literally commit a crime.
Sorry.
And you still want to be in their good graces.
All right, put this here. All right, let me just fix my setup really quick. All right. who is a victim of this behavior from Destiny and a former collaborator. In these videos, there are leaks of messages between someone named Not So Erudite and Pixie discussing potential compensation from Destiny for distributing the sexual material she appeared in, as well as the draft of Pixie's statement regarding the situation. Pixie has since released her statement publicly on Twitter, stating that she is a victim of revenge porn and she will be suing Destiny for this. Her longer statement includes her history with Destiny and her side of the story. This has notably been shared by Destiny's ex-wife Melina, as well as Lonerbox, who is stated to be Pixie's boyfriend and recently announced he would be leaving streaming. Lonerbox has been friendly with Destiny before. Many commenters have noticed that Destiny did not respond to the allegation that he had distributed Pixie's sexual/nude images without her consent. They've also noticed that the DMs included in his own statement, as well as Pixie's, reveal an acknowledgement of him doing exactly that. That is where the main Destiny drama stands at this time, and I take significant issue with even calling it drama on this subreddit, because this is not drama. These are people's real.
I mean, this is straight up a crime, so I don't think calling it drama to minimize it is a really good thing to do.
When that video was circulating of the Destiny Nick Fuentes blowjob, whatever, and I don't think anyone even knows, and I didn't bother looking into it because it's insane, that
I remember that story.
Is Nick Fuentes? I genuinely don't.
For anyone who's not fully up to speed, Destiny did a stream with Nick Fuentes, and around the same time, people noticed that there was a Discord message that was leaked from Destiny saying he gave a blowjob to a guy he just met, and people connected the dots that, hang on, this is the day that he met Nick Fuentes. So it means that Destiny sucked off Nick Fuentes. And that's what she's currently referring to.
I had to see screenshots against my will, just scrolling through Twitter because people are crazy and they're just reposting insane shit. As if that action in itself is not illegal. But that leaked because in an insane Riz attempt, Destiny was trying to seduce a 19-year-old on Discord by sending her
absolute creep behavior,
having sex with other people.
Don't do that. Don't send that to random fucking people.
And they ended up leaking.
You can tell this motherfucker's only ever been a creep that takes advantage of people who are younger than him if he thinks that's the kind of thing that would work.
Doing sexual acts and videos of other people doing sexual acts.
Because it's the same kind of cringe shit we saw in those kick streamers that were in those previous videos I watched. About them grooming people and then recording without consent. In fact, it's the same fucking thing. I think it's like a
non-consensually shared.
Maybe it's like a degenerative brain disease they all have.
The primary person that has come forward has been Pixie, and she says
probably contagious. You probably caught it from Nick Fuentes. Who knows?
Recorded with her consent, but that the videos were not meant to be shared ever. And he was happy to start sending this to a random person that he had never met on Discord for the chance of potentially getting laid. Which is an insane thing to do. It's an insane person thing to do. I don't understand if that Riz works. I genuinely don't. But that's
only works when you're taking advantage of people who are half your age, like this creepy motherfucker was doing.
Fundraiser for Pixie. A 19-year-old, isn't he 35? Yes. This is a pattern of behavior for Destiny that he goes for women who are, and women who have platforms online who are small content creators, who are...
I mean, there's a word for it. It's called predatory behavior. The dude's a predator. Straight up. Call it what it is. He is a predator.
People that are significantly less experienced than you, which is
exactly... He's taking advantage of people who are naive and vulnerable.
Years. His now ex-wife, whom he met when he was 30 and she was 19.
Passionate behavior, there you go.
Come out because her sex tapes were leaked without her consent and shared with other people and then posted on.
I don't think this man knows how to have an actual proper adult relationship with women his own age. I don't think he knows. I think he's physically incapable of doing it or mentally incapable of doing it or whatever.
So, yeah.
That's why he's doing creepy predatory shit like this. What all predators do.
It's happened. So on the 21st, another former collaborator of Destiny's, Cherry, has also alleged to be a victim of the same behavior in a follow-up tweet and a link to the comment thread with screenshots. Oh, they're linking. Okay. Destiny has Destiny has banned the people who have spoken out against him from his Discord server. Allegedly, Discord messages where Destiny admits to recording with his phone in his pocket during a sex act. It is not clear if this was a consent.
Big red flag.
Pixie has now announced on Twitter that other women coming forward have received pornographic content from Destiny with concerns that it may have been sent.
I hope this case is big enough to fully fucking take him out.
To explain this statement.
I don't think people like him should have a platform. They should not be platformed anywhere, not even on Rumble.
Countless women reach out to her.
Probably where he's going to end up going in the
I
end.
actually received these videos from these people, and I actually don't know if this was consensually sent to me or not. And I feel like I should tell you about this. Destiny then announces a break from streaming.
Hope it's a permanent break.
Cherry announced that she's filing a police report, which I believe she said that she's filed. We'll talk about it in a second. This person, not so erudite, released her statement regarding her
I
involvement.
think that's the person that's been defending Destiny as well, like viciously.
Some other stuff has happened since then. A bunch of people have since stopped collaborating with him and stopped speaking to him. And then these are some smaller details, like making a statement regarding the allegations she's doing this all for profit. We'll talk about all from Pixie's statement forward. So let's find it. All this is so alien to me. Yeah. Yeah. There, like I said earlier, chat, there's a reason that for the past however many years, I haven't even said Destiny's name, and it's because these people should be starved of all attention on the internet, and I think that's the correct way to handle them. And I think that the only reason I am breaking that rule for the first time,
I mean, that's what I'm doing with fucking Joe Tendo, ATX, because he's getting no attention at all, but it's even funnier when I take screenshots of his post, and I get the attention that he desperately wants. I'm stealing the attention from him, to the point where he's locked his account and gone private, just because he was so upset by me stealing his thunder like that. Like, he desperately wants attention on him,
this person is committing,
and he's not getting any of it. And nothing hurts him more than seeing me get attention using his content.
They just should be. And yes, I do think that I'll give credit to Mike. I think calling him the Epstein of Twitch is very accurate.
That's why I've been calling him Epstein.
So let's talk about this. Pixie releases this statement on the 20th. Saying, on November 29th, the streamer Destiny non-consensually shared my nudes, making me a victim of revenge porn. I will be suing him in federal court. Here's my story. And then the link, sorry, one second. It's opening the Substack link. Okay. Let me just, all right, we're here. I will be suing Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II. On November 29th, I learned that the streamer Destiny had non-consensually... Let me zoom in a little for anyone who's reading along. Okay, I think that's better. Had non-consensually shared pornographic content of me online. My dignity, peace of mind, and hopes for the future were stripped away from me in a mere matter of seconds following the betrayal of someone I previously trusted. I am at least the third person he has done.
I think there's been more than 3 now, actually, that have come forward about
I will not
this.
be commenting on the experience of other women that he has hurt, as it is not my place or story to tell. I will, however, share my story in the hopes of preventing this from occurring again. And anyone who has ever known anyone who's spoken out about sexual misconduct or abuse of any kind knows that victims want to move, they want to move past the trauma as quickly as possible. And the reason that most victims come out and speak on their experience is just because they want other people to stop getting hurt by someone. And I've known Pixie personally for quite a few years now, and I've known that she has really, really tried to engage in politics in a serious way. She has worked directly with Justice Democrats, and she has tried very hard to make the space better. And anyone who knows anything about politics knows that you are not allowed to be engaged in politics if you've been engaged in any sexual scandals ever.
Damn, but then so many people in politics do it after they've been engaged in politics, right? I mean, the fucking leader of the US currently is.
It is an unbelievable.
I mean, Donald Trump cheated on his wife with a porn star and still managed to become president, right?
Leak someone else's not safe for work video footage.
Again, caps. I think it gives them like immunity or something when it comes to being a sex pest.
Videos that Destiny had access to were sent to random people on the internet.
It's streamed down? Oh, hang on. Hang on, is it? It's not showing up on my end. Hang on a second. Am I back? Did it drop for just like 1 second or something? I'll give it a minute, see if it calms down. Because it didn't show up on my end, because normally the thing we like, because it's showing I've dropped like a few frames. They didn't say it disconnected or anything, but then I've got iRobot saying I have. I think it might have been like just 1 second of connection or something. Because the video was still playing, so I thought it's fine.
Sending those videos to anyone. So, let's continue.
Hang on, Steam, are you updating or something?
I hope to be the last. I will not be commenting on the experience of other women he has hurt, as it is not my place or story to tell. I will, however, share my story in the hopes of preventing this from occurring again. I've known Destiny for around 5 or 6 years now, and I often find myself in heavy disagreement with him. Despite this, I do my best to see the best sides of all people. I try my hardest to spread positivity and create understanding where I can. It's corny, but I want to meet people where they are and focus on the ways where we can build bridges together towards a better future for everyone. Some people have called this a fault of mine. They claim that I am naive and I should be more careful. And those people are right.
In fact, there's going to be a break soon. What I'll do, in fact, I think I'll pause this here. Well, I might talk about this more some other time. Maybe next time I stream. But I think I'll move on to playing some Alan Wake. So I'll drop a quick BRB. I'm going to refill whatever drink I need to refill. Maybe get a snack or two. Plug in my controller. I need to do that. And I'll load up some Alan Wake. And I'll be back in just a minute. I'll probably talk about this more next time. I'll save some more videos for it. Anyway. Be right back. The detail in that arm stands out a lot more than it does in that one, especially from a distance. I would have put it like all the way down here. You can see how it sort of blends in there, whereas this one you can see detail and the shadows stand out a lot more, especially on the back of the arms as well. Right position. So you can see what it looks like when it's done. So I'll do the other one. Maybe it doesn't want me to show you what my new raid alert is, but it should be this. And I've got it set up so it shows me who raided me in the picture, and it'll show a message below telling me how many raiders they came in with. So it would have been stuff like this, which I think is cool as fuck, right? So this is what happens when people raid me. It's a new thing I made. I've got the whole screen and everything, and then eventually it'll switch back to my original scene. I made the whole thing using StreamerBot, which took me fucking ages to sort out. But I got to it in the end. So next time I get raided, there's a chance that one might happen. You know what? Fuck it, I can go blind. Yeah, that's essentially what I've been doing, arguing with people on the internet. It's what I do when I'm ill, right? I'm not feeling better and I can't do anything else. I just pick fights with people on the internet. It's very cathartic. If I'd compare it to a movie, it's like The Hangover. In a sense where all the cool world shit has already happened and you've arrived late. And I'm now trying to piece together what just happened. Probably the closest I can get to describing what the story is like in Elden Ring. Yes. I'm pretty sure there's one covering this guy that's to shoot me as soon as I think I'm safe. I know this game too well. Fuck. No fuck. No fuck. We made it. We don't fall to our deaths here. Right? Just say no to gravity. Hell yeah. There we go, got him. My mimics didn't even take any hits this time either. Do you guys remember when Facebook Marketplace was a brand new thing, right? Like it just opened up one day and everyone's like, oh wow, it's like eBay but on Facebook. And I asked him if I could use one of his pictures for something funny that I think he also loves my dark sense of humor. So I did engage in a little bit of slave trade. I'm gonna hold myself accountable for that. I did it just the once. It was just the once, and I did it consensually. I had his consent. He thought it was great, and I actually I did sell him actually to one of my friends for a booty pic. So because I didn't play. I play it because I summon as often as I can, but I don't just summon. I use I play it because I summon as often as I can, but I don't just summon. I use every summon I can. I change my summons regularly, and I make sure I use every single one I have. And I also change my weapons on a regular basis, so I'm using something different every single time. Purely because I am unhinged like that. It's because I paid full price for this game, right? I know people are going to call it cheating. I know you call it cheating, whatever. But I paid full price for this game. I'm going to play 100% of this game, okay? I'm going to use every single item, every single spell, every single weapon, every single summon that I paid money for, okay? I want to get my money's worth for this game. No fuck. No fuck. We made it. We don't fall to our deaths here. Right? Just say no to gravity. Especially if you've seen all the posts about it, but the voice actress who's playing the character at in Ghost of Yote. What she did is she blocked all the fucking piss babies on Twitter before they can say anything about her, and they're all really mad now that she blocked them. fuck it, I can go fly. Do you know what? Before we do the next round, I need to give you guys a quick disclaimer. I'm actually Avatar over this entire time, and this round is all about me.
Whoa, no way.
I know I deceived all of you from the start. But yeah, this round is going to be all about me, so who knows me the best is when you get this point. Before we do, I want to quickly check. Dude, go for An's back. He called you fat. Stop attacking me. He's body shaming you, literally, right now. He's saying you're too dumb, you think to be allowed on an airplane. There we go. But I've still got to do all the accessory stuff. So like his weapons and his wings. But this is the Lancelot Albion, which basically is like the regular Lancelot without the accessories.